multi-platinum producer, Metro Boomin.
Metro Boomin.
Or Metro Boomin.
Boys there to say Metro Boomin is here. What's up, man?
Metro Boomin. I'm not gonna lie, this has been a golden era for a lot of us and for modern music. But easily for the past decade, Metro Boomin has dominated the scene, dominated the hip hop industry, helping direct and shape the sound of some of the most influential creators we know today.
Sensational.
Gaining billions, my guy, billions of streams on the way, creating some of the biggest singles and projects we've ever seen, yo. Honestly, like all of this, man, it puts his name and that Metro Boomin sound to the forefront of the music industry, soon making Metro Boomin the face of hip-hop production. Now, honestly, man, I know myself, but an inspiration to a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, showing us what heights can be achieved with a dream and a laptop, man. Yo, what up? So look, check me out. If you new, you know I always ask y'all boys to go ahead, drop a comment, and I can see what I can cook up for y'all boys, man. But in this video, to give you the most value, I'll be breaking down 2 projects, a sample and a beat, so you can have the most insight on what and how to create that sound that puts Metro's name, you feel me, to the top. But other than that, man, let's go. Let's go. Alright, man, so Metro Boomin, with a catalog that looked like a damn receipt, man. Metro's influence on hip-hop has been able to spread worldwide. All of it starts with his creative process. Now, he says he usually starts with a skeleton or him finding a sample that you know matches whatever vibe is going on that day.
A lot of those beats, they don't start out like that in the beginning. Like a lot of them will just be like skeletons of stuff, like ideas, you know what I'm saying, just to get a like idea going.
And you can see in tracks like
Pussies, called the first one savage, mold my mood, that's what it was. 2016 we was
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful.
where he uses a sample to create the perfect canvas for an artist. Looking at a lot of Metro's tracks, man, he tends to go on a darker style. He says himself,
I love movies about just as much as music. And I love movies just as much as I love music. Maybe 1% more. So it'd be like 51%, 49.
and is a great example where we can see how his influence and liking of movies has impacted his production. And honestly, bro, I ain't gonna lie, movies, bro, they be straight cooking. My God, the soundtracks be so fire, bro. But in this video, like I said, I really want to kind of highlight that Metro sound that we all know him for. So I ain't gonna do too much talking. Let's get straight into the breakdown, man.
See good times, they come and go. There's one thing that I know, all good things, they come to an end.
What I wanted to do, I said, I wanted to give you a mix of the vintage, a mix of the smack some Italian in that. But yeah, bro, so with this sample, I really wanted to give you something cinematic, something that really draws up emotion and where you get kind of best of both worlds. His influence of movies with that darker cinematic scene, and you know I had to throw the old man vocals on that joint, you feel me, give it that vintage sound that I really wanted. He uses these samples to be a canvas for an artist, so I want to keep these things really open and leave room for artists to do their thing. Really simple, really repetitive, so you can see piano used in every genre under the sun. I will say how they are used will be different. So for this, I wanted to use a softer piano, something to kind of serve as like a palette for everything else. Something that's not too distracting, but I'm still able to get that full sound. Also, you can see how I'm using these really repetitive notes, which is a key reason to why, you know, Metro Boomin's catalog and his production produces the way it does.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot box.
I'm really trying to use this simplicity to make sure that this idea is easy to digest, and also it keeps the listener engaged regardless of how many notes or how simple it is. Simplicity is going to be one of the biggest things stressed out in this whole video. Simplicity will never fail you, and you know, in this process, once I get the foundation, you know I gotta run with that jump. I really want to take baby steps, just baby steps to towards the bigger picture. Alright, so knowing that Metro's sound has been heavily influenced by movies, we can use movies as a guide or reference for some of our notes. So the next thing that I did was I came in with these strings, man. So the next thing to do, just to kind of like strengthen that tension that we got, was I layered it with this brass. Now check me out, in movies, they'll use this music strategically to highlight whatever emotion they want to get captured by that scene. And in scary movies, man, we can see they use a lot of elongated notes, constantly building up the tension until, you know, they're ready to scare your ass and catch you lacking. So being conscious about the time you're using your notes or the time your notes are being played is crucial to delivering tension and feeling an emotion in your samples. Man, we're using 6 notes. In the span of 8 bars, it took me 6 notes to complete the job that I wanted these notes to do. But he really described as well, man. We want to use this simplicity to our advantage. I want to leverage the usage of simplicity to, you know what I'm saying, get the best idea and serve as the best canvas, which is a key reason to why Metro Boomin's catalog has been able to perform the way it has been. All right, yo, so to increase the context of this sample and really put you in the environment and give it the qualities and characteristics that makes the sample shine, I added some percussion, I added some textures, and for the sakes of time, I'm gonna just play them all at the same time. Now with percussion, I really like adding these, one, to, you know, take those baby steps to the bigger picture, but they also help keep the listener engaged. And just by hearing the tempo, it can help the idea be even more digestible to whoever's listening to it. And just speaking on tempo, the next thing I did was I added this bass. Now, honestly, at this point, the sample is basically done. I really don't want to add anything outside of the main instruments that I want to shine, the main idea. We want to keep these as bare as possible and start asking ourselves like, yo, what do we not need in this junk? I'm really trying to keep simplicity as one of the main focuses in our workflow, trying to finesse the things around the simplicity. How can I enhance the open space? How can I enhance the crescendos, the texture, the tone, you know, things around the sample? So after that, we just got some simple ear candy and some other accents, you know what I'm saying? Just to add some swag to it. I think what separates ear candy from a main part of the idea is essentially you don't want to hear the ear candy, you just want to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Without it, it's cool, but with it, it completes the idea and makes it so much better. So we on to the money. The vocals. Time after time, man, we see Metro using vocal samples, and he tends to use them as like the bulk of the idea. So with this, I kind of wanted to approach it the same way. I started with this first main take, and then I added some other takes around it. But yeah, man, I wanted to add 2 different sections, but this will leave so many more possibilities and give producers that freedom. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't know what I was saying, bro. I was just trying to say that joint with some swag. Yeah, man. You just need confidence. That's what it is. If you sound like you know what you're saying, it might work. But yeah, man, so what I did with this was I came in with this first take, and what I do is I do like a main take and then try and polish the idea around that. And I'll try to make it stronger, or, you know what I'm saying, just give it some more life. And coming from a nigga that really could not sing for the life of him, yo, the best tip that I can give when doing stacks is to get that vibrato to be consistent. Try and have these waveforms, you know, match up. Right here's the most interesting part. How can I push this idea even more? I'm looking at this and trying to, like I said, complement the things around simplicity. So with these vocals, my goal was to push certain pockets of the sample. I want to utilize openness, different crescendos, silence, all of that to my advantage and get a cohesive sound throughout. For this little B section, I wanted to add some old head swag to it, but I'm trying to add something simple. I'm trying to add something catchy and also something with some substance, you know, because a lot of the times if you're just saying bullshit, it can work, you feel me? But if you say something with substance and a repeat, it gives so much more creative potential from the sample.
See, good times, they come and go. There's one thing that I know, all good things, they come to an end. They come to an
Time and time again, we've seen vocal samples be the hook or one of the most repeated parts of the song. And again, I'm trying to do the same things with these vocals. I'm trying to complement only certain pockets and use openness as the main driver or the main thing pulling these ideas. Man, on to the next project. You cannot get Metro booming without having some drums, my boy. You know a beat is a hit when anybody can rap on that joint and make a banger. Feel me? Anybody can hop on it and it can sound good. And Metro Boomin is a great example. He's been able to fully take advantage of using simplicity in his production and also reap the benefits of doing that. We all need to look at this and see why there is a need for simplicity in all of our production. Metro has time and time again shown for it to be compatible and also for it to produce.
I look at it like directors of some with a movie and a scene. Like you need to have certain backdrops are better on other people. Also be willing to try other things and be like, okay, I know people are used to you with this kind of backdrop, but what if we all the way switched it up and did this?
We want to look at these ideas with the lens of simplicity. Alright man, so for this project, I took inspiration from songs like
I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard?
the beat is mad simple and the melody is almost hypnotic. And you already know, man, them drums is coming slapping. Them joints is coming slapping. You feel me? They're not doing too much. It's not too complicated, but they get the job done. Our goal is to utilize this simplicity to our advantage and execute the idea with the least amount of distractions. So the first thing I came with was this little piano, man. You feel me? Mad simple, mad repetitive, keep them constantly engaged. Now every edition we're looking through the lens of simplicity. So those keys we just added was basically like the main idea. I really didn't want to do too much after that, but the joint is still sounded bare, so I needed to add something. So whenever I feel like the idea is there, but something is missing, that's when I know I've achieved simplicity, but I just need to add something around it, you know what I'm saying, to give it that swag. So the next thing I did was I slap these strings on it. I just want to complement everything that I already have. I took those same strings, just rendered it, I reversed them so that I could complement the transition of these simple chords and I can get more control over when those strings are playing. and that's it, bro. The melody is so simple, but if it ain't broke, then why fix it? And now we on to the drums, man. One of the signature things that METROO is known for. METROO has been able to shape and push that trap sound that we know today, completely change the way we interpret music. Looking at this through simplicity, how can we achieve that using the least amount of instruments? So you got to treat it like a game, yo. How can I win this game using the least amount of moves? But essentially what I want is every instrument to play its role to the highest. If I only had this one instrument, this one hi-hat to achieve the bounce, how could I do it? So I came in with this really punchy snare that just hit right through the mix. Next thing that I did was I came in with this two-step hi-hat. And mad simple, you feel me? Mad simple. I got a little roll right here. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. So I'm playing with the velocity down here. So just going back to earlier in the video, it's the small things around the simplicity that, you know, make the idea actually better. Also, to give the beat just some more groove, I came to this little wrench right here, and then I played with this little shift knob. And I do this whenever I'm using something simple to give it some more swag, like paying attention to the velocity, the quantization as well, and simple gaps like this, man. But this really helped me achieve that bounce. Now I chose the two-step, number one, because it is super simple. It's really calming, I'm not gonna lie. But our goal again is create the best canvas and utilize this simplicity. Next thing I did, man, was I came with this really low 808. Really simple, just following the bass notes. And I want to point out the importance of the empty spaces in between these notes. These empty spaces allow for artists to have a lot more creative control. They can add lyrics, they can add ad-libs, but by us reducing how much time these 808s play in certain pockets, it keeps our ideas open, allowing for our artists to have room, and also they just add some swag, some bounce to the track.
I have the kick spaced out from the 808 in different spots, you know, to create more like a groove type of thing. Everything's really just bouncing off of each other, and you know, that's what creates a nice groove.
All right, man, so the next thing was this little kick, man. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first started, bro, I used to have an issue with adding way too many kicks. Like, where should my kick placement be? A great way to go about it is asking yourself, where do I want my beat to hit the hardest? And only in those spots. And how can I make it hit the hardest with the least amount of kicks? So you see, I just added this little simple pattern, nothing crazy, but it just adds that extra oomph to the beat that it needs on top of the 808. All right, man, so the last thing is this little open hat, man. Just icing on the cake, man. If you got anything out this video, go ahead and drop this little emoji right here. My sincere gratitude, because I know, man, that's what it's all about. It's deeper than music. Like, yo, it's so much deeper than just a goal. I was reading this verse the other day, but at the end of the day, bro, what is it all worth? And I'm trying to tell you, like, dog, the things that matter the most are the things that you can't see. It's about educating. It's about waking up every day, seeking his face, and trying to take that purpose to the next level. So just inspiring one person, my boy. Check me out, dog. If you want to learn how to make samples for that man's Kanye, a whole junk when it comes to that, man, go ahead, click this little video right here. Other than that, man, peace, love, and blessings.
On my phone is missed calls, thinking how I miss you. Tell my dogs I'm locked in, turn this paper to tissue. Hard to see you crying, feel like no one gets you. See, dog, I'm locked in, see the moment slip you.